Good afternoon, colleagues. Today we present a report on an innovative method for the determination of volatile compounds in alcoholic beverages called ethanol as an internal standard, which will improve the efficiency of food quality control and food safety. We have recently developed and are proposing improvements to the People's Republic of China Standard GB T11858-2008, which we will now discuss in detail. In most countries, either internal standard or external standard methods are used to determine volatile constituents in alcoholic beverages. In the EAEU, the external standard method is more often used. In China, India, Europe, USA, the internal standard method is used, which is harmonized with the European Commission Standard 2870. Improvements have also been prepared for all the standards presented on the slide. The traditional method of internal standard involves the addition of an internal standard substance to the solution, which leads to an increase in the uncertainty of the final result of the analysis, unnecessary labor and material costs. This slide shows the formula by which the concentration of volatile compounds S is calculated in terms of mg, L of absolute alcohol. In most PRC standards that regulate the requirements for alcoholic products, the concentration of volatile compounds must be presented in this dimension. When using the innovative method, ethanol, internal standard, there is no need to introduce an internal standard substance into the analyzed sample. It should be noted that the concentration of the internal standard in the innovative method is always equal to the density of ethanol. The developed method has been studied for more than 1 year. The method has passed intra-laboratory and inter-laboratory tests, the results of which have been published in journals with a high impact factor. The method is also used in customs laboratories of the European Union. Ambassador of Belarus to China Anatoly Afanasyevich Tozik kindly provided us with a real Chinese baijiu for analysis. As you can see, the innovative method allows you to reduce the material and labor costs of the laboratory. The slide shows that the proposed method consists of only 3 stages, and the standard one consists of 5. The chromatograms on the slide are presented on a logarithmic scale. On the left, you can see the blue-filled peak of 4-methylpentanol 2, on the right, the green-filled peak of ethanol, which was used as an internal standard. I also note that according to the rules for applying the traditional internal standard, 250 milliliters of drink was needed when we only had 100 milliliters of baijiu. The innovative method does not imply any restrictions on the volume of the drink. This slide shows an edited version of GB T11858. Added text is highlighted in green, deleted text is highlighted in yellow. The proposed amendments change only the procedure of sample preparation and calculations, while nothing needs to be changed in the operation of the chromatograph itself. The new method is simpler. As you can see, there are far more procedures removed here than new ones added. This slide shows that the proposed changes affect only 6 pages of the 11,858 standard out of 21. Again, the new method is easier to implement and cheaper than the traditional ISTD method. We have also prepared a number of improvements to the EC 2870/2000 and OIV MAVS 14 standards. An experiment was carried out in the Analytical Research Laboratory of the Research Institution, Institute for Nuclear Problems, of the Belarusian State University to determine the volatile compounds in 26 alcoholic beverages. This slide presents the results of determining the concentration of methyl alcohol in the corresponding alcoholic beverages. The calculations were performed according to the developed and official methods of analysis. The relative difference between the obtained results did not exceed 1.5%. This slide presents the results of determining the amount of aldehydes, esters and higher alcohols in the respective alcoholic beverages. The calculations were performed according to the developed and official methods of analysis. The relative difference between the obtained results did not exceed 1.5%. This slide shows a detailed analysis of baijiu performed in accordance with GB T11858-2008 and in accordance with the developed methodology, ethanol as an internal standard. The baijiu chromatogram is presented on a logarithmic scale. The relative difference between the results calculated by the official and developed methods did not exceed 1%. Note that the scale is logarithmic and peak heights are tens of thousands of times smaller than those obtained, which is not commonly used in scientific publications and results in ethanol always being clipped. Researchers in the Republic of Belarus and the People's Republic of China should not refuse to ensure that the quality and safety of the millions of liters of alcoholic beverages produced daily around the world are controlled according to the methodology they have developed.